There's a new Disney movie coming out this year, and people are calling it Disney Slop. Let's get into the drama. Recently, we got to see a first look at the characters for this movie, and I'll let you guys judge for yourselves. So we've got our classic, quirky, straight edge character, probably a type A, and our mischievous, magical one. Revolutionary duo, revolutionary concept, never been seen before, never been done before. For the description of the movie itself, it follows a girl who discovers she may have access to magic and sets out on an adventure with her mom. People are not happy with this. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the perfect place to start. I remember seeing the concept art for this movie. Look at that. We got these really rich magical colors going on. I really like these diamond motifs. It makes it seem like maybe the magic comes from crystals. Seeing what we could have got versus what we're actually getting is so crazy. There's this tweet that like perfectly points out what Disney keeps on doing, where the concept art and the actual film are just in completely different spaces of time, like just so separate from each other in terms of quality and uniqueness. Let's get into the characters themselves, because even though we don't actually know much about this movie yet, we know everything about this movie. Iron-Blooded Goose says, like, you can smell the stammering and clumsiness, the giggle snorts. She's going to drop some Gen Z slang in a conversation. Then we're going to find out in her teenage years she used to dabble in magic, but the real world, but the real world worm, but the real world worn her down, and she'll find her whimsy on this journey. This reply is so funny. Honey, you don't know this, but fixes her hair and tries to look cool, leans back on magic object and stumbles. When I was your age, I had mad main character energy. Snort. Yeah, my coven girly slayed. I was the supreme. I can't. It's too cringe. People keep on saying she's gonna do 6'7". I swear. I swear she does. This guy Dave's Tunes posted this example of a script that they're probably gonna do, and it's too spot on.
Okay, don't panic. I'm not panicking. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I know how you are when you panic, and you're panicking. I'm not panicking. I'm just taking things in. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, now just assess the situation. You have magic powers. Yes. Okay. See, that's not too bad. I think I'm just gonna faint. Mom.
That was the voice acting actually pretty decent there. Also, from this clip, this is how I found out that these two characters, these two women, they're supposed to be mother and daughter. Just looking at them, I can barely tell who's supposed to be younger and who's supposed to be older. But I think it's that she's the actual wishy one is supposed to be the daughter, and then the other one is supposed to be the mom. I don't know if I've talked about this in one of my Watch This As You Draw videos, but this trope of being so afraid to draw a woman who actually looks like an adult woman, specifically a middle-aged one. Like, you can't give them any wrinkles or like make them look any bigger, because like realistically if they had some kids they're not still going to be like stick thin. It's so grating how with male characters you're able to have all these different body types and proportions, but then with female characters it's just that's it. Also, speaking of Watch This As You Draw, I'm posting an hour-long art commentary video after this one, so subscribe if you want to see that. I'll let you in on a little hint about what it's about. It is pretty related to today's topic of animated media. I won't say any more though, back to the main topic. There was also a lot of people annoyed that we're gonna get another quirky, awkward female lead, as if we don't already have enough. Like, just off the top of my head, Mirabelle, Rapunzel, that girl from Wish who I can't even name because it was such a forgettable movie. Even for the characters that don't strictly fit into that adorkable persona, they've still got that same awkward energy to them that Disney just refuses to put down. Like, we never really get a serious female lead or one that actually has confidence throughout the movie. Cultura Pop says, I hate this pose not just for what it is, but for what it represents. How long will we have to endure this mold of awkward girl in Disney movies? Characters like Huntrix are popular among girls precisely because they don't use this archetype. It honestly gets tiresome sometimes. And yeah, this person brings up a good point too. There's already this mainstream proof that this isn't the only type of female character we want to see. Huntrix is a great example because even the characters in that group, they have their like silly comedic moments, but that's not all they are as a character. Like, they're not actually silly. They have substance to them. They're smart and strong and skilled. They also have flaws to them too, like their biases and everything. Here's another tweet about how repetitive the designs for Disney have been. A while ago, I learned why these animated shows and movies tend to have pretty similar body shapes amongst the characters. Basically, a lot of these shows and movies are just made to sell toys, and it's a lot easier to make toys if they all have the same mold, which means then we get a lot of these character designs with the exact same facial proportions and body shapes and everything. So, from that sense, I understand why this seems to be such a big problem, but I still feel like there's a way to make the characters at least a little more interesting, or maybe sacrifice like a tiny bit of your multi-million billions of dollars you make to give us a little bit more interesting of a design. Like, all the My Little Pony characters have basically the same body type and shape, but these are very clearly different characters. They're still made unique with other aspects, like their accessories or their hair. You'd think a studio as big as Disney wouldn't be suffering with same face syndrome the same way a beginner artist would. People have also been comparing Disney's art and art style to other studios because honestly, if this stuff was to be a competition, Disney would be way in last. Meanwhile, we have studios like DreamWorks, which have completely different art styles across movies. Like, How to Train Your Dragon and the bad guys are so different artistically, yet they're equally really nice. This person compared the new Universal Pictures movie coming out, Forgotten Islands art style, to Hexed. It just night and day. Even just looking at this photo, I can make assumptions about these characters, and they seem so much more interesting than the other two. Like, she seems like the shy, timid one, while she seems like the more rambunctious, mischievous one that gets her into trouble a lot of the times. Disney's even seemingly copying from their own studio. Like, these characters, this person points out, these characters look like the same thing. It looks like she's just in a different AU. Hopefully Disney actually hears these criticisms that people are having about their art styles and repetitive character tropes and actually do something about it. Because if not, eventually people are going to stop caring about what they put out as much if all these other studios put out stuff that's infinitely better and more interesting. We'll see what happens though. Those tweets and the predictions on what the dialogue is gonna be like were really funny, and I'd really like to hear what you guys think is gonna happen in the movie. Drop a comment down below. It would actually be so funny if months from now we go and see the movie and some of you guys end up like perfectly predicting something they actually say. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. Anyways, that's all I have for you. Let me know if you guys like these short commentary videos on current events. Show me that you're into this type of video by hyping it. If you're in the mood for more art and commentary videos, you can watch any of the ones on screen now and subscribe for more. Bye! Also, can we appreciate the hat? I put little bows on the ears and I think it looks so cute. Okay, bye for real this time.